think one of the big things that you'll see us doing this year is launching PhD in India. That's something that we're going to be doing later on this year. That's an objective that we've all agreed, and we have specific growth objectives here in terms of the large international clients that we work with. I mean, we work with clients like Unilever, with GSK, with Kraft. We don't work with them everywhere, and we'd very much like to grow those relationships specifically in this part of the world, and to also continue the growth that we've enjoyed with big local Asian companies like HTC, who we've recently won an assignment from. And an area we're particularly interested in is helping clients like HTC develop into world brands and grow into the rest of the world. And I think if you can take Asian brands, emerging Asian brands, and help them to become global brands, that's an area which is really fascinates us at the moment. That would be something that would be fantastic for us to do. We're growing. We're growing in all the markets where we operate. We're enjoying tremendous growth, across the whole of the region. As you say, China and Australia have been, incredible growth markets for us in 2010, and I'm hoping that'll continue in 2011, obviously, and keep up the momentum. I mean, I think, in terms of having uniform growth across the region, I don't think there's any network across Asia Pacific that has uniform size in every single market. But our key objective is to develop the regional relationships with our major clients, and that will help us to become strong in all the markets across the region. So we're stronger in we're more strong in more markets than we're weak in any particular market. So I think that process will continue as time goes by. The key thing is that we have offices in the big important markets which are growing rapidly and enjoy very strong relationships with major local and regional clients. So with that as a basis, I'm confident that we can continue growth across the region, and that will help us to become strong across all of the markets. I think we're doing everything right at the moment. I'm extremely happy with our progress across Asia Pacific. We have fantastic leadership here in Chu Chang and his management group here. That process has been going brilliantly for us. As you're probably aware, I set up OMD in Asia Pacific, so I know what it takes to grow a brand across the region. It does take time. In terms of winning really high-profile pieces of business like Unilever, like PepsiCo in Australia, like HTC, winning Media Agents of the Year 2 years running. There's not an awful lot more that you could do. So we will continue our focus on trying to be the thought leader media agency, trying to be more opinionated and having more interesting things to say than any other media agency, which I think is a positioning that we're occupying around the world today. And with time, it will come. But you don't create any kind of marketing services brand overnight. It will take a little bit longer. But goodness, we couldn't wish for making more progress more quickly than we've done in Asia Pacific versus where we were 3 years ago. So the key is making sure that that's sustainable and continuing that growth. And if we do that in another couple of years, I'm sure we'll be, showing up, up there with the big boys.